welcome to Pacesetter's 21 for 21 with Library Plus. And today we're going to focus in on the theme of compassion. So again, 3 more takeaways from today. We're going to share 2 key messages and 1 action. So first of all, what do we mean by compassion? So compassion has been defined as the feeling that arises when you're confronted with another person's suffering and you feel motivated to try and help and support and relieve that suffering in some way. So we may do this in formal ways, for example, through our work, or even through volunteering, but also we may do it maybe more informally, maybe through our friendships, our relationships. So there's an amazing campaign called Action for Happiness that I really recommend having a look at. It's all about doing things that are positive for your well-being, and they have their 10 keys to happier living. And the first one is all about doing things for others. And on their website, they explain that scientific studies show that helping others boosts happiness through increasing life satisfaction and providing a sense of meaning, increasing feelings of competence, improving our mood, and also reducing stress. And it also helps to take our mind off our own troubles too. So first key point, compassion and doing things for others and supporting others is great for their well-being, and also it's great for our well-being too. So still along the same theme, we're going to move on to something called self-compassion now. Many of us may find it, maybe we can be quite compassionate to others, but actually when it comes to being compassionate to ourselves, it can be a little bit more challenging. And I always refer to a really interesting website by a lady called Dr. Kristin Neff, who is an expert in this whole area. And I just want to read out how she explains compassion, and then how we then can develop an understanding of what self-compassion is. So first, to have compassion for others, you must notice that they are suffering. Second, compassion involves feeling moved by others' suffering so that your heart responds to their pain. The word compassion literally means to suffer with. When this occurs, you feel warmth, caring, and the desire to help the suffering person in some way. Having compassion also means that you offer understanding and kindness to others when they fail or make mistakes, rather than judging them harshly. Finally, when you feel compassion for another, rather than pity, it means that you realise that suffering, failure, and imperfection is part of the shared human experience. So self-compassion then is about doing all of those things for ourselves, okay? So I'm going to share an action with you. Less judging, more understanding, more kindness, okay? It's all about doing those things for ourselves. So if you're having a difficult time, recognise and acknowledge that. Then ask yourself, how can I comfort and care for myself in this moment? It's sort of the way that we might treat a close friend who comes to us and shares that they're having a really tough time. But as I said earlier, we often can do that quite easily for a friend, but when it comes to doing it for ourselves, it can be a little bit more challenging. So that's your action, your challenge for today and moving forward. And I'm just going to repeat those words: less judging, more understanding, more kindness.